All right, example 4. We have x to the power of 1/3 plus 3 equals 0. So first thing I might do here is just rewrite that fractional exponent using the radical. So if we have x to the power of 1/3, that would mean that I'm taking the cube root of x plus 3 equals 0. And if you remember back to the very first thing we said at the beginning of this lesson here, is that we need to isolate the radical first. So we need to get this cube root of x by itself before we can do anything else. So what that means is I need to subtract 3 to cancel it out from this side, get it to the other side before we can do anything else. So this is going to give me that the cube root of x is equal to 0 minus 3 is negative 3. And then from here, it's very similar to the ones we've been doing. Since I have the cube root, I would eliminate that radical by cubing both sides, or taking both sides to the power of 3. That cancels, the power of 3 cancels out with the cube root, and so that gives me x equals negative 3 to the power of 3 is negative 27. So x equals negative 27 is our solution for number 4. For the next one, we have 2x to the power of 2/3 equals 8. Again, I'd probably start by rewriting that fraction as a radical. So this is going to give me 2, and then the third root of x squared. Because remember, the denominator of our fraction tells me the root, and the numerator of a fraction tells me the power. So it's going to be the third root of x squared is equal to 8. I still need to get that radical by itself, so I can't do anything yet without dividing by 2 to cancel out with the 2 in front. So this gives me that the cube root of x squared is equal to 8 divided by 2, which is 4. And then it becomes one where we can eliminate the cube root by taking each side to the power of 3. So that eliminates the radical here on the left side, giving me x squared. Remember, we have this squared here on the inside here. So giving me x squared equals 4 to the power of 3 is 64. So you might think that we're done here, but we're looking for not what does x squared equal, but what does x equal. So if I have x squared, remember back to last unit, we can solve this by taking the square root of both sides. If I take the square root of x squared, that gives me x. The square root of 64 is 8. And because I'm taking an even root here, I need to have plus and minus 8, because it could be positive 8 or negative 8 that gives me a solution in this problem. And that is all for example 4.